So just start at the end. A little bit with the way you and Drew were working with Brown and Tatum. I know it eventually led to the steal and George as well. So just the three of you defensively, I guess, working together there at the end of the game to kind of get that turnover and get you going back the other way to of course hit the basket.
Oh, just making adjustments. You know, you got guys that are interchangeable and guys that play with a lot of heart and toughness. This team is filled with dogs. I mean, I know that was the theme last year. I mean, it was the theme before that. We take a lot of individual pride and credit. Boston, that's a talented team. Obviously, they got guys that can fill the stat sheet up. They play hard, but it just got to a point where we were able to switch, make a stand, put our feet in the ground, and protect home and get some stops. Stop turning the ball over, and ride that momentum, that energy in there tonight was unbelievable. And Merry Christmas to everybody, Happy Holidays to everybody. Grant, I miss you and I love you so much. Keep dancing up there, Grant. Keep dancing up there.
How did you see that final, like the steal? You know, when Tatum got into the paint with Drew, and then as you and George were kind of trailing, to set up your shot.
I mean, just playing basketball, just watching it. You know, Drew came and made a great play, and that's just a part of the game. That's just how quickly it can turn, and just being ready at a moment's notice. And G being down there to make the play, and I couldn't believe he heard me. I'm yelling, and he kicked the ball out. They did the hard part. I just had to let it go, and we were able to get another stop, make some free throws, and now this is a hell of a Christmas.
Last time you were with the Bucks, Drew wasn't on the team. Now Drew is on the team. It feels like you two might be kindred spirits defensively, just kind of with the way that you guys play and the instincts. Just what have you seen from him, and what has it been like to play with him?
I mean, Drew has always been one of those guys that I would always call my friend, even though we didn't really know each other like that. We just so like you said, you just kind of connect with people, and I would say that outside of my time with Nick Batum, defensively, I think me and Drew have that kind of connectivity, that wavelength where we could communicate with them without having to. And I think as time goes on, now it's just a matter of doing it. We both see it, and being new teammates to each other is kind of like, should we do? Now we're like, the hell with it. We know that we'll be there for each other, and he's, in my opinion. I'm not going to put myself against anybody, but, Drew's a hell of a defender. He's elite. He's elite.
Just for you, you're no stranger of Giannis having big games. I think he had 7 in the first half, 29 in the second half. Just what did you see from him as he got comfortable and kind of shook off the rust and got himself back to where he was just dominating the game?
That's him, and he gutted it out. And, you could see the fatigue, but he's just one of those guys. He's a robot. He's a machine. He tells himself he feels no pain. He feels no pain. He feels nothing. He keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps attacking. And he keeps putting pressure on everybody, on the defense, on teams. He's a game wrecker. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason. He's a Finals MVP for a reason. He's all he is for a reason. And the greatest thing about him is he's not content with any of it.
Wes, just kind of on that same note, to sit out for 10 days and the health and safety protocols, not really able to do a whole lot, but put on that kind of performance, is like how impressive is that? Like, how difficult is that to do?
It's hard. I had to go through it, but I couldn't do 36 and 12. I mean, I tried, but it's he's a machine. He's different. He's different, and he's just got that mentality. Obviously, the God-given talent, but it takes more than just that, and he's got that it factor, and he can't give enough credit to this crowd, to this city. I mean, it was amazing. When we were down, when it seemed like Boston couldn't miss, it kind of felt like Philly all over again when I was here, and they made 30 whatever threes. But this crowd, they kept us in it. And, Bobby with big minutes coming back, Dante, his ovation. It was just, this place is special.
Kind of going off that too, I was going to ask, it is Christmas, and someone who maybe watched the first 2.5 quarters of this game probably thinks it's a Christmas miracle that you guys won this, down 19 at a point. Do you call it a Christmas miracle, or do you just call that good basketball and good team chemistry?
I mean, you call that the NBA. if you call that the NBA. But, you know, to have the chemistry that we have, I mean, we felt like an AAU team the last 2 games, you know, and now to have everybody back and to, you know, to play everybody in different spots and different moments and, you know, for no one to hang their heads, it was just all right, next man up, okay, cheering for each other, feeling like happy for each other, and it's genuine. You know, that's unbelievable.
Wesley, you've played home games on Christmas Day, I'm sure, in your career, but this had to be a different actually being at home on Christmas. And with the week, what was it like today being out there at home on Christmas?
Actually, this is my first home Christmas game, and it was tough. I mean, it was amazing because growing up, you watch the games, you know, Christmas Day games. You growing up, you watched them, and you know, for me personally, I grew up. You know, my grandma was always there, so this was supposed to be her first game since COVID happened. You know, this was supposed to be her first game. You know, physically coming to watch, but. She showed up, didn't she? She showed up tonight. She was here. So it was special. It was special for a lot of reasons, but, you know, special just for the city. And it's thankful that I don't have to pretend to be happy for my little girl opening all these presents up. Thank you.